What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing great today and just having a spectacular week. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mojang's latest video called Minecraft 1.19 Secret Sounds and Fabulous Frogs. So share down below in the comment section what you're currently doing in 1.19. Are you searching for the ancient city? Are you looking for frogs? As well as your overall thoughts about the wild update. So without further ado, let's check out the video.
I can't explain in short.
Don't forget to smile.
All right.
The goat-eating frog was so funny. Dude.
Hey and welcome. I'm Jasper. This is Chi, and together with Peter,
Hi everyone.
we're talking about art and music today.
The new music for this update is its own thing. It's completely unique. It has its own unique identity. And we do sort of reference the overall theming of Minecraft music, but we don't use specific segments or references per se.
I don't know, guys. I've always been a huge fan of Minecraft music from the very beginning. But especially ever since Update Aquatic, I feel like the quality of the music has just skyrocketed. Every single update, it's so consistent. The music just gets better and better and more soothing and just super chill and relaxed. So to some degree, you could say that the music does make biomes more immersive, so they do technically accomplish that in 1.19. Some of you guys could be like, nah, Stealth, that's a reach. But I do think Lena Raine is that talented. When she makes music, you do feel like you're in those biomes. So yeah, Lena Raine is just amazing. She is just wonderful. I can't say enough positive and nice things about her and her artwork. I know a lot of you love Lena Raine as well. So I just look forward to more of her music in the future and just more Minecraft music in general. I actually have like a playlist, so sometimes I'll listen to Minecraft music while I'm driving. Yeah, it might be cringe to some of you guys, but it's that chill, it's that peaceful, I can't help it, okay?
The inspiration for the music this time around could be summarized in one word, I think, and that is earthy. So the wild update mostly takes place in the mangrove swamp. So we want to reflect that sort of piece of nature with the twisting vines and the wooden landscape with the music as well. So we're using lots of instruments that are related to the regions where you can find the mangroves.
The mud texture was really difficult to develop. We have had a lot of iterations because mud is a very organic thing, but the blocks in Minecraft, they're all just boxes. So we really had to figure out how to make it look smoother and more natural. So we added like different kind of tints like purple, blue, and even...
This is exactly why I like to do these videos, because they showcase concept art, things that we wouldn't see otherwise, and it's always cool to see like variations and just a different version of something, like with the Warden, and then we got the frogs as well. So this is so cool to me. So we got a look at a really brown and sort of rustic looking mud design, and then I think we had another one. Yeah, this one too. Now, I'm not really vibing with this one, but the other one, I will say, looks very muddy. Yep, it's very muddy indeed. Let me know which one is your favorite, or maybe you currently just feel like the best one is the one we have in 1.19, which is like a really dark gray, and has like a little purple in it too.
even red, in order to make it look very organic and natural.
Ooh, this one's good too. I like this one. Yo, it has brown and some green in it. It has like a combination of everything. I like that. But maybe it looks a little bit too much like wood. Maybe that's the problem.
To set it apart from stone.
My favorite block is the Mangrove Roots. It's got a really interesting shape within the block, which is a plus shape. It gives the block an extra depth and makes it look unique, I would say.
And also like the watercolor is like tropical blue in order to reflect, you know, the clean water in mangrove swamps, because the mangrove trees, they actually take a lot of like garbage and bacteria and CO2 in their roots and in the mud instead. So the water becomes more clean and clear in there.
I actually learned a lot about the mangrove swamps thanks to the homie Corey. I was actually part of Love Tropics last year. Was that this year? It was last year, and I learned a lot about mangrove trees and the ecosystem that they have. It's like really fascinating. But about the roots part, I feel like a lot of people don't like this design, and I think overall it's hard, right? Trying to create the texture for roots in general seems like a really technical, difficult thing to do. I wouldn't even know where to start, but I think a lot of people were like, not sure how I feel about this, and maybe you still feel that way. If you like it, let me know down below in the comment section. I will say though, I'm so glad they got away from the dirty looking water. I was so scared that they would include that in the mangrove swamps. Dirty water is just dirty. It looks gross. It's hard to build something beautiful in a dirty looking environment. So I'm glad we got that clear water in the mangrove.
In the wild update, when it comes to colors, it's a little bit different with like different things. Like blocks have entire different criteria than mobs. For example, the frog, we look a lot more to like realistic expectations. So we have the white frog in the warmer climates. There's a species of frog that lives in warm climates that is white, and they're white to reflect the light from them, so they don't retain the warmth or the heat. But we also have the green frog.
Yeah, we have shown the green frog during live as well, which was a darker green frog. But I think we ultimately decided to make it more saturated green to cover the iconic green colors of the other frogs as well.
That was one of the smartest things that they decided to do. I was so scared that they were going to keep that design, and that's not to roast the earlier stage of the frog, like the hunter green. I don't know what color green this is, but it's just like, if you're gonna add an iconic animal like the frog, you have to add the iconic color with that mob. It's like you have to have that lime green frog. People, when they think of frogs, yes, there's hundreds, probably thousands of colors frogs can come in, obviously, but naturally you're gonna think of a lime green frog. So I'm so happy they included this version instead of the other green. That was so good of them to do that. I was rooting for a purple frog, but you know, we'll have to wait maybe 10 years until we get purple frogs, but that's okay.
Decided to make it more saturated green to cover the iconic green colors of the other frogs as well. So that's why we have a more saturated green frog in colder climates. While creating the frog, we went through a lot of iterations, and we concepted the frog in many different shapes and colors, and we ultimately came with this.
I've talked about this already, so I'm not going to focus on this for too long, but look how beautiful this frog is. It's actually a real color too, like frogs like this exist in real life. And I'm like, wow, we could have had the coolest tropical frog in the entire world. It's so unfortunate that they didn't go with this design, especially the one with the green and the blue. That is such a beautiful color. Oh man, we could have had that.
A cute and derpy brown frog, but when we put it into the game, it turned out it was really big. And we were like, oh no, this is too big. So we went back to the drawing board, and
frogs get that big, man. Frogs can get really big.
I quickly resized the frog, made the eyes bigger, but the body smaller, and it it was perfect. That was cute and derpy frog. We also explored a lot of behaviors. It's like the tongue, how will the frog actually eat? I scale the tongue like long and made it long, and it takes only a second or two, and it shoots back. So it's fine that we scale it, we stretch it a bit. Yeah.
We also had to make the mouth very big because we didn't know what it was going to eat yet, and if it was going to eat bees.
That's so scary. Just seeing how it opens his mouth is a little scary. Wow. That's frightening. That's terrifying.
The mouth needed to be really big to eat bees. There was a funny bug though in one of the snapshots where it would eat goats all the time, but it would have made sense because, you know, the mouth is big enough to eat an entire goat.
The goat eating frog was so funny.
The goat horn was really anticipated by players, I know that, and we tried to really spend time making it right. So we put in some of the raid horns from previous updates, so players could play around with that, just because it's fun. And we added a couple of new versions as well, which are based on the copper horn music, sort of, the musical aspect of that horn. And just for fun, I processed the raid horns a bit as well, and added in like a party horn as well that I processed. So yeah, hope players find that fun.
That was the one feature that intrigued me a lot, because I think initially we thought we were going to be able to use the goat horn to control something or summon something, or maybe it would lead to a bigger feature in the future, possibly a dimension or something we just didn't really know about. So to see it be more of like an interactive feature, didn't necessarily see that coming. Not a bad thing at all, because I guess it's good to have interactive features and features you can use to socialize. And it sounds cool too, but I just felt like, you know, especially with them holding it back for like another update, I thought they were building up to something big. I don't know. Did anybody else feel that way? Like,
as you might know, the Warden is a very complex mob, and while I was working on the digging animations, digging up and digging back down, this is something that no mob has ever done. And how do we do this? I work to make sure that the timing is right, make sure that when it goes down, it's not going down like an elevator, but it actually digs. That's a feeling we want to convey, like this rage, like the Warden is angry and annoyed, and it wants to go down and surprise a player again at some point.
Like, have they ever done something like this with another mob? I don't think so. I don't think they've ever put this much time and effort and thought into the design of the mob, its interaction with the player and other creatures, and just the lore behind it as well. To me, it just feels like they really wanted the Warden to stand out compared to other mobs, and I think they achieved that. I think the Warden is hands down the most interesting and fascinating mob in all of Minecraft.
We are really proud of this soundtrack, and if you're like me and want to listen more, you can do that on Spotify and YouTube and other digital platforms.
Fun video, guys. Overall, share your thoughts down below. Your favorite mob, your favorite thing from 1.19. What do you hope 1.20 will be? We got a lot to discuss on this channel, so make sure you click that subscribe button. I promise you, it's going to be a blast. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.